Hello again, and welcome to another episode of Brenda's Musings. So today I want to talk to you about protecting yourself from somebody else's negative energy. And I'm gonna share with you something that a friend of mine shared with me. She was my coach at the time, and we became really, really good friends. And it's something called cocooning. And it actually saved me from always going around feeling like I had the weight of the world on my shoulders and not knowing why. When you get into a situation where you feel energy is weird, ask yourself this question: is this energy mine? And just sit with it for a second. Sometimes it is ours, right? Sometimes something happens and it derails us or whatever, and we go into a funky spot or whatever. But sometimes we don't understand why we feel this energy that we feel. And what happens is, like, maybe you work with somebody who's like, negative all the time. And you're usually a pretty positive person, but you're just feeling this weight on your chest and on your shoulders, and it's just weighing you down. And you don't understand why, because nothing has happened to cause that. So first of all, figure out if it's your energy. If it is your energy, it's a whole different kettle of fish. But if it's not your energy, then you need to get rid of it. So the first thing you can do, you can do a whole whack of different things, but some of the things that I enjoy doing are going for a walk and just shaking it off, dancing it out, right? And shaking it off, listening to something like a funny laugh track on YouTube, and that'll help change and lighten your mood. Just find something that music, like energetic, happy music, that'll change my mood. Just think of something that is sort of your go-to for changing your mood, and do that. So now you're out of the negative space and you have changed your mood. Now, supposing it's somebody, like I said earlier, that you have to work with, and you have to go back into that space and that person's there. What are you going to do? This is what a friend of mine taught me, and she taught me how to cocoon. That's how she phrased it. And it's kind of like, before you go into that room, you sort of put this imaginary cocoon around you, or this imaginary force field around you. And excuse me, sorry. And when you walk into that room, anytime a barb or a negative thought or whatever comes near you, just imagine it bouncing off of that shield. It can't get through the shield. It's like you're a superhero walking around with your own protective shield around you. And all of these, negative thoughts or barbs or whatever they are that come your way just bounce off this shield. And the more you can imagine this, and the more you truly believe it to be true, the less effect that other person's going to have on you. The other thing you can do too, which helps, is to just throw that person some compassion. Maybe they're having a bad day. Maybe they've had a crappy childhood. Whatever it is for why they are the way they are. Just send them some love and compassion, and wish for them that, eventually they'll be able to, rise up from this negative space that they're in. It doesn't cost you anything to do that. It actually feels really good to be able to do that. And that energy does go towards them, whether you believe that or not. And so, maybe it'll land. Maybe if enough people could show them compassion, maybe they'll want to change. Maybe they'll want to be somebody who is, inspiring to be around, or people love to be around because they're happy, or, whatever, right? Maybe they just want to be happy themselves. Like, forget everybody else. That's the ideal way to be. But try that cocooning method, right? And just, and imagine those barbs like literally just bouncing off the force field. That, I did that for I would say at least 3 months. And it really made a difference. I really got to understand what was my energy and what was not my energy, in not just in that situation, but in many, many situations. And so I know now, when I feel a certain way, I know to ask myself the question, is this my energy? And then if it is, what I can do about it. And if it isn't, what I can do about it. And then go forward and have a fantastic day. And I hope you do that today. Have a great one, everyone.